Welcome to EIP Editing Office Hour 23. We are joined by Sam Wilson, the editor, to maybe take a look at the proposals which are listed here on the agenda, which is issue number 258 at EIP GitHub repository. Thank you, Sam, for joining. We can go ahead.
Sounds good. So I think the first PR here, the only thing was that it just needs the last call deadline updated. I can't edit it directly, so yeah, that's it for that one. Next up, we have 6997, which is a proposal to add validation steps before approving or transferring NFTs. So the big problem with this one, at least in my opinion, is that there's a lot of like I don't want to say second order effects, but like a lot of unexpected behaviors that might come up with this, and I don't think they're discussed well enough in the proposal. So I'm just writing up a little thing here. First and foremost, this proposal pretty dramatically changed the behavior transfer and proof functions to the point where dApps relying on common approved and transfer workflow would break. Okay. Secondly, I think. All right. All right, so that's 6997. What do we got next? So 7401. Oh, to anybody who's watching this recording or here now, probably a good time to mention that we're no longer assigning PR numbers as EIP numbers. We've moved to a different system, so don't be surprised if we give you a different number than your PR. All right. This is another one of these ones. Okay. Interesting consistency interface specificity. Missing properties, however, present in the interface ID, functionally equivalent to. Okay. Yeah. So I think this should just be in the. Can I just edit this? Because that would make this easier. I cannot. All right. Um,
So we're actually following just what you guys did with 820, uh, which was replaced by 1820
yeah.
settings. Just this thing.
Yeah, it's this little blurb at the top here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is a when was this made? This was made in 2019, and it's so different from all the other proposals already.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess at the very least, um, the information source. Okay. Yeah, and everything else is exactly the same as the old one, I guess. So, yeah. All right.
Thank you.
Oh, no problem. Sorry it takes so long to get to PRs. Um, this is just removing a table of contents on a stagnant ERC.
I could not understand the purpose here, but I found that it was approved by Panda, so I kept it over here. Perhaps the author should also change the proposer should also try to change the status.
I think they're just updating some formatting. I'd prefer if they updated the status, but yeah, I don't think this changes any content. So yeah, I'm okay with this.
Yeah, ideally, like any movement in that proposal, like any change in the proposal will bring it to unstagnant status. They could have done it easily. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not updating the content. So whose proposal is this? Is this their own proposal? Um, no, it's not even, it's not their proposal. So I think they just noticed this and they're updating it, but it hasn't actually like they're not planning on moving it forwards. So I'm okay just
All
yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean it'd be even better if, you know, it changed the all these warnings and fixed that. But yeah, all right, cool. That's good. So to draft 7406. Mercy. All right. So multi-namespace on-chain registry 7406. All right. We have get out of get. Okay. Was a universally accepted description for on-chain registry entries with support for multi-namespaces. Pointers combined with on-chain enhanced versatility, various use cases. All right. Need for more general mapping data structure with multi-name. Okay. functions. Okay, owner of the key under the given namespace returns the resolver address for the specified key. Okay. Okay, so change that, and then we have to go up here, and we have to add. So what, 137 or 1? Yeah, 137. Okay. Okay. So that part's already in the motivation. Okay. Specific key under the given namespace to another owner. Okay, the same key under different namespace to different owners. Create a new namespace. Okay. For this implementation, registry implementation. Okay. Good. That's fine. That's good. This resolver address for key under the given namespace. This function may only be called by the owner of a specific key under namespace. Same key under different namespaces made different resolvers is a successful call to this function. Okay, that seems pretty reasonable. Comment. And then let's go leave a comment on here. And we will say all right. So that one's good. Tokenized reserve. What's going on with this one? Any, please don't. Okay.
Hello?
Oh, hey.
Hey, last meeting you had mentioned to remove the struts. So I had replaced the struts with some getter functions because you said that you wanted to allow for the implementer
Yep.
to add the struts.
Yeah, I remember. All
I
right.
made that change and I changed the rationale because um you said it didn't really mention why I technically used EIP 4626. So I kind of explained it a little bit.
Perfect. Thank you.
Mhm.
I'll take a look here. Okay. 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 Interface token reserve is okay.
I had a question about the events.
Yep.
So the events are not considered the same as the strut, or like allowing the implementer to use an event or not, or should
Yeah.
we?
Yeah. So events are fine because like there's something you can. So like if you were, let's say, running a DApp, you could subscribe to the events and receive notifications about them. So they're
Oh,
part of the public interface of the.
okay, because you had mentioned it was either returned, but not like the return variable or a parameter that goes into the implementation, right?
Yeah, you're talking about like a struct. Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you have a struct in the event too, that would also work.
Okay. Okay.
It's just like so like if you had like let's just imagine you had say just let me type here. So you added just like a let's go address. So you just have something like this, just like in your interface, but it's not public, right? So you wouldn't put that in your interface because you don't want to constrain how like the actual implementers of your interface work because it's a private function, right? Or a private
Right.
member.
Mhm.
So it's the same thing here. Like anything that isn't externally visible, you don't need to put in the interface.
Okay.
But like events are externally visible because you can see them off chain, and functions are obviously externally visible because you can interact with them.
Okay.
Yeah, so events, okay. Deposit time. Deposit, okay. Okay, this the reserves.
I don't think that's the updated one.
Oh,
Uh, what's the link to that one?
so this is this one here.
It should be under the Pat one branch.
Yeah, Pat one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Sorry.
no worries. Okay. UC 4626. Token. Okay, so I always forget what RFC that is. 2119. Introduce new requirements. Yeah, so it's basically just that these keywords here, they kind of create requirements, so they should go in the specification section. So, like for example, you'd say, here, I might as well just write this down, but let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's about the only other thing. Everything else looks good. Reserve with user auditing. Actually,
Yeah, I need to change that. I just can't think of what.
yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's helpful. I'm
But
very
I
bad at coming up with descriptions too. It's
just need more
hard.
time. I need more time to think about it.
And you don't need to get it right for the draft. It's totally fine otherwise. Yeah, awesome. Was there anything else you wanted to talk about on this one, or?
No, that's it. Thank you.
Awesome, thanks. Okay, non-fungible token
So,
rules.
Sam, if you would
Yep.
like, we can take the last one. We have the author for that.
7409?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. All right, so what's changed on here? I think we're good. I would assume we're good. Okay. All right. Okay. You've got to give me edit on your your pull request. It'll make it a lot faster. So I didn't notice that this didn't render. And this is a draft, so yeah, this is totally fine to just go in. Okay, so there's that. And then non-fungible token roles.
Hey there. I'm the author, just sharing that I'm on the call.
Oh, well, welcome. Do you have any particular questions, or just want somebody to look at it?
Actually, we have been with the PR open for a month. There is a little discussion on the forum as well. So we actually want to move forward with the process in reviewing and potentially get it to be accepted.
All right. Row management for NFTs. It was account to show the utility of NFTs by expirable role assignments. All right. So there are a couple other proposals that are similar based on your description. I don't know if you've seen them.
I did, and there are some in the comments that we addressed.
Okay, perfect. Just wanted to check. So 5982. 5982. So this is in review. So I will go here and I will mention to another. I guess CRC 74, 32. $59.82 status. $59.82 is.
Yeah, maybe just correct the language there because we don't actually stand it. We just we're just inspired by it.
Yeah, so just creating the link at all creates this dependency.
Gotcha.
Um, all right. Started to introduce the role management of NFTs. Role assignment is associated with an NFT and expires automatically at a given timestamp. Feature custom data field of arbitrary size. Okay, so NFT roles interface to establish standard for role management NFT, tracking on-chain roles and decentralized. Yep. Okay. Privileged actions, minting a token with a role. Okay. NFT roles can be typically. Okay. Real estate. Okay, there are also interesting use cases in decentralized finance. Cool, that looks good. Okay. All right. Role
Sorry, I didn't understand that comment.
Oh, one of the biggest problems we have with EIPs is that they'll edit the content of the EIP, but not edit the ERC165 identifier. So every time I see a 165 identifier, I'm just going to leave a comment to make sure it's correct.
Gotcha. Is it recommended to include the identifier?
Yes. Yeah, so it's nice to include the identifier because it gives you like a second check to make sure that you're implementing the interface correctly. But on the flip side, it also means that they can get out of sync in the EIP. Role revoked, role granted, grant role. Which role to a user? Okay. Okay. Perfect. I mean, I guess that's all right. It's just so supports multiple assignments is kind of like a ambiguous, not ambiguous. It's just a difficult to understand name.
Yeah, we actually renamed it a couple times on our first iterations. It's hard to find the ideal one.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Does a unique roles make sense in a Boolean?
Does what, sorry?
Does a unique roles as a potential refactor for that variable name make sense?
Unique roles.
Yeah,
So
because
if it's true, it means that the role is only assigned to one person, and then
exactly.
okay.
But it would be the other way around, right? Because support for multiple assignments would be true if it were multiples, and if it was unique roles, it would be false. So we have to change the logic a little bit, but maybe it's more intuitive.
Yeah. Okay. And again, that's just like a suggestion. It's not like required or anything. So check if a user has a role identifier. Good. Okay, role data. Um, okay, returns the custom data of a role assignment. Okay.
Do you have a suggestion for the behavior when it's I don't
No,
know if you should
no.
revert or just return empty.
I am no expert. It's just I mean this technically shouldn't even be on the pull request. I should have put that on. You know what, I will.
Yeah, maybe on the caveats we can describe that behavior, something like that.
Okay. And then role expiration date. So okay. Role to okay. Caveats client the IERC 7432 interface 7432. Yep. Role represented by bytes 32 is recommended to use K role's name for this purpose. Grant role must revert the expiration dates in the past. Maybe okay. Okay. So is there a way to revoke
Yeah, there is a
as
revoke
role?
row function.
Okay. So then if we go in here and we see the last role assignment.
We do have a table on a
Oh,
section called unique and non-unique roles. It comes a little later,
okay.
but we
Unique
try to
roles.
explain very thoroughly what the behavior should be.
Multiple accounts simultaneously. Yep. When it's true, the function checks and it's not expired. Okay, so So this is specification since it defines. Since it defines behavior. When okay. Yeah, so anything that defines behavior should be in the specification section. So like even if it's clarifying stuff, it should go in specification, but if you want to explain why something the way it is, it can go in rationale. It can be said
Yeah,
to
that makes
account.
sense.
Yeah. Okay, so the so okay. Custom data bytes. Yep, that's perfect. Roles metadata extension. Yeah, so this is specification. Yeah. Okay, now functions of token address, token ID, contract. Okay, reference implementation.
Yeah, that's something I actually put a comment on the PR about. We do have a GitHub repository where you have, this full project with 100% task coverage, that
Yep.
type of stuff. But it was flagged when we tried to link it, right? Because it's an
Yes.
external link. So how should we go about it?
If you can provide, so it is CC0 licensed, right? So you could just drop it in the assets directory.
Yeah, but it's a lot of different files. Is that okay?
So generally we recommend that people have like a minimal reference implementation. So like just like something super simple that kind of conveys the point of the specification and like it doesn't have like build system files or anything like that. But you don't have to, right? Like you can just not provide a reference implementation. It's up to you if you want to go through and trim it down.
Got it. I think we're going to include the at least the main Solidity file. But is it fine if we reference somehow the other repository, even if it's indirectly, not with an actual external link?
Even just mentioning it by name would be an external link. So
Okay, so not.
yeah. Perfect. Yeah. So that looks great. Just a few little comments here, and then should be good to merge as a draft.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. We're still in draft. Do you mind if I ask us just so we have understanding? Once we get these sorted, then it's gonna jump to review.
So once you merge this, so all of the status changes are driven by you guys, the authors. So once you're done writing it and you're ready for like to share it around with people, it's like mostly complete. You can open a PR to move it to review. It seems like you're already at the review stage. So once it's merged as a draft, you can just immediately open a review PR.
But we have to first merge it as a draft.
Yep. Yeah. It's just so oftentimes we get like half written proposals. So they go in as draft, but when they're done, then they go to review. So you can pretty much just skip that and go to review. And then once you're ready and you're pretty sure that it's not going to change anymore, you can open a PR to move it to last call. And then 2 weeks after that, you can move it to final. I will mention that once it goes to final, there are no edits allowed. So make very sure that it is correct before you move it to final.
Got it. And yeah, the last question. Do the reviews happen offline as well, or only every couple of weeks on this call? Just out of
They're
curiosity.
supposed to happen offline. Yeah, I think some of our reviewers have been on vacation for a little while, and yeah, so sorry it's taking so long.
No worries. Yeah, we'll address them as soon as possible and hopefully get some feedback. Thank you. Appreciate your time.
Awesome. No, thanks for coming out. All right, and then we have 3026 move to draft. A core proposal. I don't get to see core proposals very often. This is exciting. Okay. So we have I am Michael Connor and I am Michael Connor. Okay. So this is moving it to a draft. Why didn't any of these get picked up as... Okay, they did. Great. Okay. Requires one more approval from... So we have an approval from Michael Connor and then one... Okay. So I will approve this and then manually merge it. Okay, so allowed, and we are going to let this merge. All right, so I think that's all the scheduled EIPs for today.
That's right.
I guess let's go through and grab a random one. Let's see. So we want... Let's look at this one. Okay, so this one hasn't been updated. Automatic transaction representation. Assign EIP number. Okay, so automatically generating a human readable transaction. Okay. Representation of a transaction signature. Okay. Web-side transactions made much more secure by EIP 712 and much more extended. Yep. Okay. Only final EIPs may reference in. Okay. Should refer to. Okay. Good. And what was Panda Pip's justification for? Okay. Wait, did you resolve my comment or did it just disappear there? Only final. Yeah, it's fine. It's really hard to edit another editor's EIP because it always feels like you're nitpicking like to death, and it's so annoying. Must indicate to the wall. Yeah, okay. Consume more than 90%.
But I think in a way it is a good example for all authors. Like it's
Yeah.
the same.
Should display the amount of target there. Okay. One more transfers in a. The transaction will revert. The one must indicate this. Yeah. The log control URI source. The wallet must indicate this to the user. Okay. All right. So that's that. And then let's pick another EIP to look at here.
So Sam, I have
Yep.
shared a number 6734. Looks like the author has addressed your comments.
Oh,
And
perfect.
yeah, I missed to include that earlier.
The last open item is to add NIST to the list of allowed URLs. All right. Now let me just see if that exists here. Yeah, okay. All right. Then I have to go and add that. And then I think that's pretty much it. So that's EIP meeting 88.
I have added both of them for today's
Oh, perfect.
agenda. So it should be
Okay.
included, yes.
Oh, is it in here? NIST. Okay, I'll put it down here too. Perfect. All right. I think that's pretty much it for today.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks. And see you all in 2 weeks.
Thank you, Sam. Have a good one, everyone.